control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. You are probably watching this a couple days later, but for me it's still the same day now as the medium tank versus Rexy Shoutcast. Just decided to get a couple of casts in while they're still hot, fresh, right out of GameReplays.org. And that's a good day for casting. We're having so much snow right now outside that you can't go outside, and yeah. So I'm gonna stay home and just get some good old shoutcasts done. And this is going to be one of the new challenges that have been approaching recently. A new challenger is approaching. KM, he's from Germany, that much I know about him. And he's been playing with Omnom, Lorry Driver, Smitty and the likes a lot. So just like Rexy, he joined the scene recently and he's developed into a formidable player as well. Very much, his style is very much Omnom based, so anyone who has learned from the school of Omnom, it's like learning from the school of Hard Knocks, only instead of Hard Knocks it's MCVs and only MCVs. So we're going to expect a lot of base pushes coming out of this guy. And Smitty is more the type of player who goes for a mobile army. He also plays Soviets mostly, which is kind of a rare occasion, because most players, or most high-level players nowadays prefer allies simply due to these spammable pillboxes. It's if I were to remove one imbalance from the game, it would be those stupid cheap defenses. Anything else is completely fine. And I personally way prefer V2 rockets over artillery pieces. Oh, his lorry driver is saying that So Scared won this map against who? Against KM. Oh, alright. So Scared taking a victory as well. So Scared, in case you don't know him, which would surprise me at this point because he's a staple to the competitive OpenRA scene. He is the host and inventor of the OpenRA Global League. He has a weekly stream, which is usually on Monday, but the week that has already passed as you're watching, it's probably going to be on Wednesday. It will have been on Wednesday, Days of Future Past. Holy shit, getting my tenses all mixed up. Okay, we're seeing that's an interesting strat. I kind of like this. This walls off an entire section and at the same time has a pillbox to the front side, so you can snipe some infantry that just cheekily decides to run in. Yeah, by the way, the map is Behind the Veil, and this is kind of a revision that Kirillo made himself. So he said that he didn't like how this map always turned out a bit static and you could get away with tech rushes very easily. But so he's opened up the chokes. There is another gap now here. There's like this little ravine you can pass infantry through. There is a... oh, that's big. There is a gap here, and likewise on the other side, because the map is mirrored, obviously. So, yeah, this is a big thing here. You can sneak an MCV through here and establish your base from the other side, so it's not as easy to lock off anymore. If any of you remember, I had a game of playing against Murta the Ray. In the Global League last season, where he just walled off this, and back then this was the only entrance. No, sorry, there were two. There was this and this, but this was non-existent, so all he needed to do was plonk down 2 rows of walls, and he was walled in forever, until like the 50-minute mark, where I finally got enough to overwhelm him. But anyway, we're having an early expansion out, so it's a very calm early game. Super safe for both players. Both on 5 ore trucks. Smitty a bit behind on the expansion because... well, why? That's kind of a curious thing, maybe just because he's got the same amount of harvesters, so if he started producing at the same time, and he built a flag truck versus a ranger, which is also the same cost and the same time, so yeah, maybe just being a bit slower on the micro, but it doesn't matter all that much, because KM doesn't have a refinery yet, pre-built. Because this game is like IKEA furniture, you just plonk them down. There's a ranger, gonna get a nice read on the base. Gonna see that the flanks are still open. He might just snipe a couple of rocket soldiers, that's what I love to do. KM not going for that. What I really love doing is sniping lonely rocket soldiers. That's what rangers are so good at. They don't take much damage from them, because they have light armor. And lonely rocket soldiers die to 2 bursts of ranger fire. So doing this, you can actually get your rangers some ridiculous veterancy. Like, I've gotten general rangers at minute 5 or something. And those are brutal, because they will, at vet 3, they will actually one-shot infantry. Which is when they become super, super annoying to deal with. Because, yeah, like, if this were a general ranger, you could just snipe one of those infantry and then move back. And hit and run. But this guy is not gonna make it to Veteran C5, that much I promise you. Probably going to die to those 2 rifles here. Yeah, okay. Smitty recognizing the situation. Early Radar Dome. Super, super slow early game, but that doesn't matter if we're gonna see a good late game and good late game engages. We're gonna see KM with his 3rd expansion. This is a bit... well, a bit too slow for my taste. The APC trying to get some crushes, but the rockets say no. Okay, and this is gonna come into play here. I like that. Smitty is probably going to deploy here and seal off this ore patch at least. Also, naval expansions have just become more viable in this map as of this balance patch from Curillo, sorry, because you can just get a naval yard in here and start shelling this with destroyers and this with cruisers. The army is a bit out of position. Oh, but this con yard is not actually revealed yet. So one of the major flaws that I see with the Omnom school of play is it relies on your base so much. It actually like players who play the Omnom style refuse to scout usually. Have you seen KM scout really? He's gone for 1 scouting run and has seen nothing out of the ordinary. But right now I would actually have a ranger active. I would just run it around, try and identify the weak spots. And that's probably gonna cost KM here, because he's gonna get denied by a Tesla coil. We're having an early yak out for Smitty, which is a really good idea. Oh, also we got the block deployment for the 4th expansion. This is expansion number 4. And if this gets denied, this is actually... oh yes, it's gonna get denied so hard. Yes sir, even... wow, okay. That was amazing. That was really amazing. He blocked with the APCs for so long. Smitty stalling the deployment here. Really nice early win for him. Ooh, triple spies. Hello, Mr. Bond. Quadruple spies. I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. Alright, 4 spies. 5 spies, holy crap. That's 2.5k investment into James Bond times 5. We're having Agent 01 to 05. Oh no, they're double O's, sorry. 001 to 005. Okay, V2's very good transition. Smitty has proven himself worthy of wielding the V2s. He's gotten some really good wins in against Omnom from what I can remember. So this is the dream here. Keep the Yak concealed. So your opponent doesn't want to do this. No. So the dream here is to place it somewhere like here, where it's not revealed, and then just run the V2s in for some juicy hits on that stationary infantry blob. But anyway, Smitty's gonna get a free oil derrick for himself. Ooh, artilleries. But here's the thing. Yaks are so mobile, so if Smitty's on the ball with his Yak control, he can always snipe down artilleries. And seeing as Yaks are so mobile and agile, they usually trade 2 for 1. But you could also get some nice chunky V2 hits onto this blob here. That's a very good engagement. Like what Smitty's doing. He's keeping his rear guard up by not moving the second Yak in. One of the Yaks is going to watch out for flanks here on the southern side. The other Yak, ooh, that's gonna be so deadly. However, the Hind has found a flank on the V2 rockets. And Smitty might get pincered in here. This is gonna be a spicy engagement. He needs to take down the Conyard before the defenses can pop up. Yeah, okay. Still very good for Smitty. Still very good for him. He is kind of cornered now. And he needs to make sure not to be stationary. Oh! Stationary infantry just gets murdered by artillery pieces. Yeah, there's line of sight here. And no base to fortify with base defenses, so yeah. Smitty gets pushed back and loses a good chunk of units in the process. That's when the artilleries are at their deadliest is when they can chase you. Just kidding. Artilleries at the chase are horrible. We're having a tech center out for KM. Is there anything? No way. That transport helicopter by KM has probably snuck the spies in, honestly. This is the second time I've missed spies. Yes! This is the second game in a row where I've missed a spy insertion. Holy tits. Well, time to learn how to minimap. Oh! No Allahu Akbar was had that day. Smitty not on the ball with his yak control. By the way, I would really go for more yaks. He needs to have a constant stream of yaks to just suicide into the blob and take out as much artillery and infantry as he can. There's a mobile gap generator. Guys, I'm hyped. How long has it been since I've seen the last mobile gap generator? Oh god. KM got veterancy on literally everything, I believe. Is there still no high tech for Smitty? I would really love for Smitty to just go for a tech center. He is playing as Russia, so some shock troopers, some Tesla tanks would be nice. See, and this is the perfect flank. What is he doing? Okay, Smitty could now just run here and snipe those two artilleries in one strafe, and then the rocket soldiers are gonna take out the yak, and it's gonna crash into this blob here. This would be so good. Or yeah, he could do that as well. That's also good. That's also really beautiful. Now he needs to move back his V2. Very good. Very good micro. But again, we're having one artillery in the backlines, and one artillery can make all the difference. He needs to snipe. Ah, there we go. Good snipe, good snipe. Tanya coming out, but she's not in the fight yet. Ooh, bad hind control as well. The hinds so far have not fired a single volley. Oh, but the gap blob is moving. Darkness surrounds you. Smitty being left in the dark here. I like this playstyle. And he's... oh my lord. Those are fake Tanyas. But there is a way of spotting them. If you're being very, very observant. Spies don't spawn with chevrons because they can't gain veterancy. Ooh, nice hit. Spies don't spawn with chevrons, so if Smitty recognizes that KM has produced a Tanya and he's also gotten spies in, he should find out that those have no chevron and thus can't be the real Tanya. The real Tanya is always going to spawn with a chevron. Right, we're seeing a pyro drop. Probably not too successful because it takes a while to take out a service depot. Oh wait. Oh, that's an ill-fated MCV! Hello, good sir! Amazing how many crashes it got done. And a refinery gets sniped. The second one barely survives. It's actually big. Smitty really needs some more eco. Also, unfortunately, he isn't Ukraine, because if I see a blob like this, if I see a mobile gap generator alongside a blob, that's demo time. That's just begging to send a demo into this. This would be so juicy. We're having an A-bomb up for KM. Ooh. So if this game draws out too long, we are gonna have ourselves a nuke fest here. And Smitty's still on tier 1. Or tier 2, I guess. Like, it's not a universal convention, but I would consider like barracks and basic war factory units as tier 0. Service depot is tier 1 because usually people take to service depot first. And radar dome is tier 2 because it's usually the second of the two options that people are gonna go for. And then the tech centers are gonna be tier 3. That's at least my terminology. We're also having a chronosphere. So many fake Tanyas. What is this? This is madness. Some nice V2 hits. Has he... ooh, what's up with you, buddy? Get your ass back, V2. Oh, that's just blindly firing into the fog of war. It's not doing much. You know, the army was out of position. This could have been a good... ooh, we're seeing a longbow! Ooh, that's spicy. And KM does a just slightly better than medium tank did last week, or For me, it was literally half an hour ago. Anyway, that's really nice. I like what KM is doing here. He's walling off. Sorry, what Smitty's doing here is walling off. So in the late game, when this ore mine gets depleted, it can't get harvested anymore. Because it's just gonna get zapped. What would I do here? Like, this blob needs to go. Smitty should honestly... Yeah, that's what he should do, exactly. Just get some nice hits in with the V2s. And he's got the Yaks for line of sight. He had Yaks for line of sight. Rip in pepperoncinis. The real Tanya here at the front lines. And Tanya is doing so much work. Oh god, a really horrendous engagement. Real Tanya still alive. She's here. She's on wet 2. Wet 2. Can we see more? Do we see wet 3? Do I see wet 3? Oh wow. Some really nice hits by the V2s, but it's overstaying it a bit. Chronosphere. What did he chrono? What? What got chronoed? Is it the chrono bug again where nothing gets chronoed at all? Must be. Huh. Oh, the Tesla coil, yeah. There we go. So yeah, it must have been a chrono whiff. And finally, we're seeing a Soviet Tech Center by Smitty. It's minute 17. Tanya still on the front lines. Mining the night here, that's a good win. A little win for Smitty. What Smitty needs at this stage of the game is more Yaks. He needs to just find snipes on the artilleries, find crashes onto the infantry blob, and that's all he needs to get back into the game. Oh, he's teched up, and we're seeing the Tesla tanks. I really hope it's gonna be coupled with an Iron Curtain very soon. Yeah, also smart not going for Sharkies because Tanya's there. A huge concentration of artillery and Hinds are there. So Sharkies would just die. Straight up. They would come out too late to be helpful. Instead, the Tesla tanks can get some nice snipes on the artillery. They have insane range. Really good line of sight. It's hard to manage, but a composition I really like is Tesla tanks and flak trucks. Because the flak trucks can just poke away at the Hinds, and then the Tesla tanks can go to town on the rest. It's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be one infantry at a time. But anyway, he's got so many war factories, it's a kind of a Smitty thing to do. 3 war factories, and finally gotten an Iron Curtain up. Really good scout here with the... Oh. Okay, see, that's what you can do. Just zap him. Zap him, buddy. Yeah! Really good scout here with this spy plane. Just reveals everything and can snipe the gap generator. Completely for free. Tanya! Tanya's back in a Chinook. And she's gonna take out the war factory. She's gonna get crushed. Oh, Smitty! Oh, wow! Okay. So what happened there, in case you're wondering? Well, this Chinook won't take off anymore. So in case you're wondering what happened there. Ooh, nice. Getting a Tesla tank away. Dragging it away with the Chronosphere. When a unit enters a building, so Tanya, spies, what else? Engineers. Engineers when they repair your own friendly structures, that is. When they enter a building, they are technically, the game engine still considers them as being on the spot where they started entering from. So Tanya, for the game, was still here. That's why the Harvester could crush her here. Even though she was in the building, which kind of makes no sense, but yeah. It's the way the game engine handles this. We're seeing a radar jammer, not exactly sure why, because it's not gonna jam any radar whatsoever here. It's just gonna serve as a small deterrent. Oh, we're having an Iron Curtain, but the Iron Curtain is not on the Tesla tanks. I would have loved them to be on the Tesla tanks, because they are so much more mobile. Too many rocket soldiers for Smitty. The artillery's from the backlines. Like, if these were Tesla tanks, they could have pushed around the infantry, they could have killed the artillery in one shot, but as it stands here, that's a wipe. We're wiped out. Not like this. The artillery gets zapped, but it's just too late. This engagement going very handily in the favor of KM. Ouch. Alright, how does that look on the damage chart so far? Yeah, KM has pulled ahead by quite a bit. So the Tesla tanks here, look at this. They have so much line of sight. He can just zap those infantry one by one. I still would love some flak tracks. Flak tracks actually are fairly good versus longbows because the longbow projectile speed is so slow. In other news, the Chinook is still standing. And so Tesla tanks are hit and run units. You need to kite them back. That's something that Smitty is neglecting here. To a fault even. That's gonna be a good concave with the flame towers and the Tesla tank, so I expect this expansion is gonna hold up. Yeah, still 4 longbows, wow. 2 of which are unarmed right now. Or out of ammo. There is only a 2-minute timer on the A-bomb, by the way. This might get a bit scary. The Iron Curtain is up, though. Almost. Okay, Smitty needs to get rid of those, this unit concentration in the middle. The density is just getting too big here. Gap generators! What the hell? And another mobile gap, just concealing 3 civilians. Like, those guys are probably really important technicians. Wait, he's playing France. Oui, I've got the blueprints. I've got all the blueprints to, for the new Tesla tank. Let's just stay here in the shroud. This looks like a mission. What? KM has thrown out 2 tanks in. He has finished off a wounded refiner, which Smitty has neglected to repair. Now he's gonna focus on the SAM site. So the Chinook can take off again. I eat my words. This Chinook is actually still gonna take off. Okay, that's hilarious. I'm loving it. Okay, but now it's the go button. What are you doing? What? What? Oh god, this is a desperation move. I can smell what's happening here. He's going to beeline the nuke. Oh, he got Tanya though. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. And look at the damage those are putting out. Like, that's no joke. Tesla tank damage against anything is no joke. Oh no! He's not allowed to waste bursts here. He needs to just focus the missile silo and focus it hard. Also running back the wounded tanks. Really nice, really nice. Ah, is he gonna get it? If he gets this, I'm so proud of him, man. One more zap. Not go. Oh my god. Alright, alright. This is unlucky. If he hadn't wasted 2 of his zaps, one of the artillery and one on the engineer, he would have gotten this. He would have gotten the missile silo down. Oh wow, there are just 4 spies. Never mind me, I'm definitely Russian soldier. Oui, oui. You can hear my Russian accent. Non? Non, très bon. Alors. Okay. Ooh, we're seeing a nuke. The nuke actually didn't do much. That killed 1 airfield. That nuke literally killed 1 airfield. But the longbows are gonna swoop in and just gonna deal the killing blow here. I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah. Flame tower not gonna save him here. What? He's out of ammo. And one of the longbows gets picked off. So there is still potential for a comeback, but it's gonna be hard, man. And the Iron Curtain miraculously still standing. This ore patch has been denied forever. What I would really love to see is building a power plant here and base creeping with another Tesla coil so we can take out those and then start harvesting this ore patch himself. Because right now, if you look at the income situation, oh no, that's gonna seal the deal. And he's probably gonna get the tech center depending on whether or not the artillery gets focused. Nope, artillery doesn't get focused in time. Ah, so close to getting killed. Yeah. That's a really, really good good snipe here. Very good picking this off. Very good map awareness here by KM. Also, he's still got a lot of longbows. A lot of longbows, that's a mouthful. And the A-bomb is ticking down again. We're having another spy. Probably going to go into the power because there's nothing else he can really go for. In terms of combat, kind of one-sided. Nah, no, not really one-sided. They're still fairly close. This harvester is kind of slacking. Needs to go to work. Smitty still has a pretty scary death blob. Death blob of death. Of doom. And he doesn't know that this gap generator currently isn't concealing anything. Oh wow. Nice snipe. Just sniping a single artillery piece. Yo, and those artilleries are gonna get a bit out of position, buddy. Scoutilleries? Yes, the classic Scoutilleries. He's doing it. Ooh. Those longbows, ouch. Ouch, man. There's Tanya, though! The Tanya flank. The miraculous... And power down. That's the worst time to have a power down. The longbows can snipe everything. And the Conyard is gonna go down. Oh, my lord. What a snipe here by KM. If he hadn't gotten this spy in, this would have looked a lot different. Smitty needs to get his ore patches fixed here. Yeah, but those artilleries, like, just... All the artilleries went man mode. Into the base of KM. Receiving a paradrop, that didn't happen. Tanya's back, and she's... It's so annoying when she always spawns with weather and sea. Oh, the gap blob. Blob generator. We're seeing another blob generator out, but we've got the perfect blob counter. Here's a Hind though. Oh, the Hind is out of ammo. Are there any more air units? No, he lost all the air units. Wow. Smitty, that's a bad idea. Like, he doesn't have to engage here. Ooh, that's so much value. It would be enough to just poke away at the base defenses with the Tesla tanks. He doesn't need to get into range. Tesla tanks outrange pretty much anything short of a gun turret. They outrange pillboxes at least. Oh no, the mobile gap. Mobile rip generator. Completely rip here. But that's the entire army for Smitty. And he's running into the meat grinder. 2 pillboxes, a third is gonna follow very shortly. I'm pretty sure of that. And we're having... What? What did we have as a chrono? Oh, sorry, the medium tanks. Completely missed it here. The medium tanks got chronoed in and got a couple crushes. Very, very nice. I always keep thinking that this is blue, but it's just the gems. This is confusing me greatly. Oh, we have a couple General Riflemen even here. General Rifleman, General Rocket Soldier. So much veterancy, it's so brutal. Yeah, spies can get you some really high value. If anything, Smitty should just play more aggressively with the V2s and have some more anti-air to cover. Even though he doesn't need the anti-air right now, there's nothing out in terms of air units. For KM anyway. Yeah, get some good damage done with the V2s. As long as he keeps those alive, he's gonna be in a good spot still. And come on, this is a freebie. This is just a... The gods of bad positioning have granted Smitty a gift. Why doesn't he accept it? Alrighty, what else? In other news, oh, the main base is getting besieged. Oh, that was Tanya even. Can he find the snipe on Tanya? No! She runs out just in time. Alright, so Smitty needs to go for a flank here. He doesn't see Tanya though. Now he does. Tanya needs to get sniped. It's always like this high damage threat that gets sniped super easily, but really good position. Okay, there we go. Finally focuses her down. That's probably just gonna get an ore field for his troubles. That's not worth all that much. The Tesla tanks so far have done work. I'm quite satisfied with the performance of the Teslas. Oh. Smitty. Your yaks! Just kill the artillery. You can't wait for them to go ham mode melee again. That's not gonna happen. That's only gonna happen once every blue moon. And this ore truck by Smitty. Man, fire this guy. Fire this lorry driver, well. Huh. Smitty's getting himself... he's letting himself get poked down so much. He's got 5 Tesla tanks, there's 6 Tesla tanks, wow. That's quite an army. And the Iron Curtain is back up. Alright. Could this be the comeback? Oh, we are seeing an MCV base push. Nothing here to respond, nothing at all. These 6 Tesla tanks are completely out of position. Power down. This is gonna be... Oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. Really unfortunate. Well, really well played by KM here. 4 of the artilleries have to go home, but not before sniping Radar Dome and Power. And the service depot. So Smitty's in a heap of trouble here. What can he do? Can sell out here. He's gotten rid of the army topside, like this strange siege here has been going on for long enough. He's probably going for another desperation push here. Not the smartest move here. He can still recover. Just not against this. Not against like... Oh, not against this artillery blob. Fire the curtain. Fire the curtain now. Fire the curtain now and you're gonna be okay. He's powered down. That's okay. Like, that's over. This entire army is gonna get dusted. The dustening. He's going for the missile silo again. And he doesn't... Okay. So, crucial mistake. What cost him the game here? The power went down. He would have had an Iron Curtain, and an Iron Curtain 5-stack of Tesla tanks just snipes the missile silo, snipes the tech center, snipes a couple artilleries, and moves out again without losing anything. But instead, we had a massacre. The Tesla tanks and the V2s running in with no support whatsoever, and just getting eaten up here. Getting cleaned up by the artilleries. Was a desperation move because, yeah, late game base pushes can be very devastating because they can deny you access to crucial parts of your eco. And this ore patch, like this wasn't mine forever, but the other ore patch was a very crucial part of Smitty's income. So he was relegated to basically 3 ore mines. That's what broke his neck here. Impressive play by KM. Going for the long haul, like the early game was not super fancy, but the late game was played and executed very well. We've seen very well-rounded compositions. I really like the Tesla tanks from Smitty, but yeah, he was a bit unlucky. He could have gotten the missile silo on the first pass with the Iron Curtain, and this would have probably changed the game. But as it stands, KM takes the victory. Pretty impressive stuff. Was a joy to cast and to observe. That's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.